Well, hey there, man. Today I'm in the studio with my beautiful wife, Tracy, and we're talking about dads and daughters. So, Tracy, why don't we start with this? Why is it important for dads to watch this video and have good, functional relationships with their daughters?
Well, your daughter, the way she relates to you and the way you relate to her is going to be her first picture of what a relationship would look like for her in the future with a man.
Good.
So if you are a distant, kind of cold dad who doesn't really connect well, then that's going to set her up and her expectations to maybe seek a man in the future that's going to be cold and distant. Or if you're cold and distant and you're not affirming to your daughter, then she's going to go look for attention, affirmation from somebody else. So it kind of builds. But if you're loving and affirming and you connect, then there's a confidence and a safety that develops there.
Yeah.
That then she's going to look for that kind of man in the future.
Yeah, that's good. All right, so it's an important topic. I've got a lot of dads, I know a lot of guys who have daughters, so I can't wait to talk about this with them. So give us just a couple of tips. What would you say to a dad who's just waiting to hear, how do I be a better dad for my daughter? And I also have a daughter. We have a daughter, so this is good for me as well.
Well, I think the first thing is take the time to take your daughter on a date regularly. Don't just do it once a year.
Yeah.
Don't do it when she's 13 because you're in a panic that she's talking about boys and then never do it again.
Right.
I think that should be a regular habit in your life.
Yeah.
Because it's communicating a lot of important things. That first of all, that she's a valuable person to you, that you give up your time for her. That it's focused attention just on her. You know, if you have other kids, it's easy to be distracted, especially if your daughter's the quieter one. Like in our family, our son can fill up the room. And so our daughter's happy to fade to the background. So that one-on-one time with you is just precious to kind of get to know her at a different level. And again, it's just communicating that she is precious and important and valuable.
Yeah, and I would say this, dads, if you're going to do that, and I would say even just start at 6 years old even.
Yes.
I mean, you know, start early.
Yes.
Maybe that's a good time to just pick a topic from the site, something that she would like, something to help kind of make it fun and give you guys something to talk about, especially for you dads that maybe struggle with knowing how to connect with your daughter, right? So that's maybe a good tip for some of you dads out there.
Well, and here's another tip. People like to talk about themselves.
Right.
So ask your daughter,
Yeah.
what's been going on at school? Tell me about your friends.
Right.
Tell me why you enjoy dance or soccer or theater, you know, and try and really engage and understand the things that they care about.
Yeah, a question I remember asking Kenzie when she was younger was, what do you want to be when you grow up? You know, vision type questions. These are really simple questions. And you could ask that question 2 months later and the answer might change, right? Or what kind of husband do you think you'll have?
Right.
What kind of guy do you think you'll marry? Get her thinking about her future, that she's going to have a normal marriage someday. I mean, that's a great thing to put in your daughter's mind, to be thinking about that. Like, again, not about dating per se, but to be thinking about that day when she has a husband.
Oh,
right?
I still have memories to this day of my dad talking to my sister and myself about these are the character traits to look for in a man. And I mean, when we were young, before we were even of dating age, but he would kind of build on that. And as we got older, he'd just kind of remind us of that. And I remember those qualities.
Right.
I remember those things that when I was dating and looking for someone to marry, I was looking to see, do they have those qualities that my dad said that they should have? And that I had seen modeled in my dad's life.
Right, that's good. Okay. What's the difference? What would you say the difference is between fathering a son and fathering a daughter? How could a dad think about that differently? Sensitize us to the difference between the genders.
Well, for most dads, I imagine you more easily relate to your son because you were a boy once, so you can remember what you were like then. So it might be hard to look at a daughter and be like, I'm not sure, you're just a different creature than what I'm used to. But I think you got to just jump in there and engage in it. And like I said, the more questions you ask, just get to know them. But daughters need attention. They need affection. Girls need to feel like someone cares about them. So they don't want to be wrestling on the floor and rough and tumble like boys. I mean, some girls might, but most girls don't. What they want to know is that you care about them. They want to talk. They're emotional. That's just kind of how girls are wired. So meet them there.
Yeah, that's good. All right, do you have any other, one more tip for us, for dads that are watching? This has been good already, but maybe just one more tip for dads that are watching this and wanting to be better.
Don't wait. Start this week.
Yeah.
Make a new habit in your life. Make connecting with your daughter a priority.
Yeah, that's good. Well, dads, guys, I hope that's helpful. Again, use the questions below to talk about this with maybe a mentor or a men's group. Share this video with some dads that you know that have daughters if you think this might be helpful. These are important years when those daughters are still in our home. Let's be good dads and raise functional, awesome, wonderful women. We'll see you in the next video.